Alright, so for today's classwork, you're going to need to have a score of at least 60, and what I'm going to do is show you exactly how you need to show your work. Now, because I need you to I need to make sure you're actually watching the video, at the end of the video, I'm going to give you a code word, and you are going to type this code word. That's how I know that you watched the whole video. So here's what you're going to do today. What you are going to do is you're going to have subtraction and you're going to rewrite each subtraction with addition. So here I use this key to help you and remind you um, the rules, right? So if I have -6 minus 3, that is the same as -6 plus -3. And remember, I want to remind you that the first number always stays the same. So the -6 stays as -6, the 3 stays as a 3, the first number does not change at all. Now, here, this is you're removing something. -3 or -4 is taking something away. So we need to make sure that we still have that. Addition means you're giving something back. And so you still need to make sure that you're giving something of negative value, which technically means it's a loss. You're losing something. So that subtraction sign becomes a negative. Now the difference is subtracting a negative is adding a positive. So if you have, we learned this yesterday, for minus -2, what it's saying here, it's for take away the negative from the 2. So that equals 4 plus 2. Same thing, the first number stays the same. -4 minus -2, this is saying like I took away a deduction that I gave you, technically means that I'm giving you 2 bonus bucks back because the difference is I'm taking something of negative value away. Instead of here, I'm actually giving you something of negative value, or I'm literally taking something positive away from you. So here, it's just -4 plus 2. The negative disappears, right? The 2 negatives here become a positive. So what you are going to do is you are going to click this link. Now you could use this anytime you need to when you're doing this. So you're going to click the link over here, and it's going to lead you to this iExcel skill and the digital notebook. Now, in the digital notebook, you can either take a picture of your work. Sorry, I'm going to pause this. So you could either take a picture of your work or you could literally type it here. And what I'm going to be asking you to do is not only solve this, but I also want you to rewrite each expression with addition. Okay, now here's what I mean by this. So number 1, you have -88 minus 68. You're going to put -88 minus 68 is the same as -88 plus -68. So you can either type this or you could write this in your notebook and then upload a picture. So I took the expression and I rewrote it with addition. Okay, so if I have 88 negatives and 68 negatives, here what you're saying is the answer, if I solve the answer would be negative. Okay, so you're going to do the same thing. Number 2, you have 82 minus, and iExcel doesn't do parentheses, but you should get in the habit of doing parentheses. It's just a good habit whenever you have 2 operations next to each other to not forget it. So 82 minus -15 is the same as 82 plus 15 because you are removing the negative from the 15, which means you would have positive. And you're just going to keep doing that. Number 3, you have -4 minus -89. And I also think that rewriting with addition makes it a little bit easier understanding if your answer is going to be positive or negative. So this is the same as, remember, first number stays the same. -4 plus 2 negatives right next to each other make a positive, plus 89. Here I have more positives then I do negatives, right? 89 positive, so my answer is going to be positive. So just be aware of this double negative. That always means it becomes a plus. So the last one I'm going to just show you, number 4, you have negative 1 minus 99. That equals negative 1, because the first number stays the same, plus, and then here I only have one minus sign, right? So that I'm taking away 99, so this would be plus negative 99. The only time it becomes a positive is when you have these two double negatives over here. So 1 negative plus 99 negatives, that's going to give me a whole lot of negatives. Okay, so if you have any other questions, just let me know. You're just going to keep doing this until you get a score of 60. And the code word for today's video is Friday. So make sure to write this right here in Google Classroom or in your Google Forms. Write Friday so you can move on.